Why is every top selling digital product on Etsy on sale right now? Not some of them, not the ones having a sale. 9 shops, page 1, almost every single one today, right now, discounted on their best-selling item, which tells you something about the prices you've been using as a benchmark. And it's not the interesting part, it's just the first thing I noticed. The MAM Design, 65% off. Led's Plan, 75% off. 𝐬𝐮𝐫𝐞, 40% off. Fire and Custom Art, 40% off. Rosy Creative Studio, 25% off on the entire shop. So look at what that does to a number. 𝐬𝐿 top seller is a wedding planning spreadsheet. The price you see is $34.80. Next to it, in gray, with a line through it, $58. That's not a $58 product. It's a $34 product with a $58 number standing next to it doing a job. And I want to be fair here. This isn't a scam and it's not sneaky. Etsy hands this tool to every single seller. Every retailer on earth does it. But here's why it matters to you specifically. If your plan was to go look at page 1, see what the top sellers charge, and price your own product to match, well, you were about to copy the wrong number. You'd be looking at the strike through. The real number is the other one, and it's usually a lot lower than it looks. Led's Plan's top seller shows as $11.50. The strike through says $46. That's a 75% cut. You can't build a pricing strategy off a $46 anchor when nobody is paying $46 for it. Quick note on where all this comes from because it matters for the rest. 9 shops pulled off page 1 of Etsy's bestseller results for 2 searches, digital planner and digital download. Everyone cleared 500 sales. Most cleared 10,000. One cleared 1 million. For each one, I wrote down the same things: listing count, price range, price of the top seller, review count, and shop age. Whether they're running ads, whether they're discounting, and the exact text of their top 3 listings, which I copied character for character. I went in expecting to find a formula. What I found instead is something else, and honestly, I think it's more useful than the formula would have been. That's the small pattern. Now, for the big one, there are 2 completely different businesses winning on Etsy right now. Not 2 versions of the same business, 2 different businesses, and they have almost nothing in common. Let me show you the extremes. On one end, there is My Porsche Prints, 1,408 active listings, prices between $1 and about $6.60, 1.2 million sales, 135,000 reviews at 5 stars. What do they sell? Junk journal kits, printable scrap paper, shabby Victorian roses, leather texture backing papers, stuff for people who make paper crafts by hand. Nothing in that shop costs more than about $7. The business isn't the product. The business is the catalog. On the other end, Ali Mary Digital, 63 listings. 63, not 630, 63. 30,000 sales, 2,600 reviews at 4.9 stars. Top seller is $18.88. And here's the part I circled. No ads running on it and no discount on it. Full price, no paid placements, and outselling shops with 10 times the listings. And it's not a fluke because there's a second one doing the same thing. Dash Planner, 68 listings. Basically the same size shop, 55,000 sales. That's nearly double Ali Mary's volume from the same number of products. 3.9 thousand reviews, 4.9 stars. Their top seller sits at $22.99 and there's no discount on it either. 2 shops, both around 65 listings, both charging real money, both at 4.9 stars, and both selling more than shops with 20 times the inventory. That's a shame. So I did the obvious math. Sales divided by listings. Roughly how much work is each individual product doing? And that's where the thing that isn't on the chart shows up. The middle is empty. Nobody in this sample is winning with 300 okay listings at okay prices. And I don't have to guess at that because there's a shop in the data sitting exactly at that spot. Led's Plan, 330 listings. 12,000 sales. That's the worst sales per listing ratio in the entire group. And to hold that position, they're running ads and discounting 75%. 330 listings is a lot of work. That's a lot of files, a lot of mock-ups, a lot of title writing, and it's producing the weakest per listing, resulting in a sample. So the question isn't, should I sell digital products on Etsy? That's the wrong question, and it's the one everyone's searching. The real question is, are you building a catalog or are you building a product? Because those are genuinely different jobs. A catalog business is a volume operation. You're producing constantly, you're competing on breadth, and your individual items are cheap. A product business is the opposite. A small number of things that are made well but priced higher, and you're competing on quality. Doing half of each looks like the losing move here. Okay, 2 things left, and I'd argue they're both bigger than what I just showed you. One is a number I got completely backwards before I started. The other is the reason this video isn't the video I set out to make. Let's start with the one I got backwards. I tracked which shops were running Etsy ads because I assumed the shops spending money on placement would be the strong ones. That's how it works everywhere else. Money in, growth out. It's backwards here. Column 1 are the shops running ads and discounting hard. We have the MAM Design with 65% off running ads, 18,500 sales, 969 reviews, and 4.8 stars. They've been on Etsy for 9 years. 9 years, and they have under 1,000 reviews. Let's Plan with 75% off running ads, 12,000 sales, 672 reviews, and 4.5 stars. That's the lowest rating in my entire sample. 𝐟𝐨𝐫𝐞 Creative Studio with 25% off everything running ads, 9,500 sales. Column 2 are the shops running no ads at all. We've got 𝐬𝐿 Digital with 4.9 stars and 30,000 sales. DPC Digitals with 5.0 stars, 27,000 reviews, and 266,000 sales. I want to be careful with this one because it's 9 shops and I can't see anyone's ad budget or their profit margin. This is pure correlation, not proof. Somebody could be running ads profitably and I'd have no way to know. But sitting here looking at it, the pattern doesn't say ads drive growth. It says something closer to ads are what you buy when the listing isn't carrying itself. And there's a version of this that should worry you if you're planning to start selling on Etsy. 𝐟𝐨𝐫𝐞 Creative Studio is 1 year old. They made 9,500 sales in year 1. That's genuinely good, but they're still buying ads and cutting a quarter off every single item to hold a page 1 spot. That's what year 1 costs right now. Let's do titles, because this is the part you can act on this afternoon. When you read one of these out loud, it sounds broken, right? 2026, 2027, mid-year digital planner for iPad, GoodNotes, Notability, hyperlinked PDF, light and dark mode. That's not a sentence. Nobody talks like that. It's a list of search terms in a trench coat. Here's another one. Digital planner, whole shop bundle, iPad, Android, journal, notebook, stickers, budget meal, fitness goals, GoodNotes, Notability, hyperlinked set. Holy moly. There isn't a single piece of punctuation in that. It's just nouns. And every single high performer does it. Every one of them. They front load the platform name before they even say anything about how it looks. Which makes sense once you think about who's typing. Nobody searches beautiful aesthetic planner. They search for the thing that opens on their device. They own an iPad, they use GoodNotes, and that's what they type. The platform is the search term. Aesthetics come after, if at all. And then there's the move I'd call the free one. Look at my Porsche prints again. Shabby pocket, hidden paper clips, kit, 3 junk journal, paper clip, bookmark, shabby Victorian, my Porsche prints, printable, digital download. Their shop name is sitting in the middle of that title. And it's not just that listing, it's in all 1,400 of them. 𝐬𝐿 Digital does the same thing. 2026 digital planner by 𝐬𝐿 Digital, blah blah blah. Every listing, that's brand search capture. When somebody sees your product everywhere, remembers roughly what it was called, and types your shop name, you want to be the result. It costs you nothing. It's a habit, not a strategy, and most new shops never do it. Nobody's writing pretty titles nowadays. The titles are ugly on purpose, and they're ugly in the same specific way. Alright, second thing, the reason this video isn't the video I set out to make. I went looking for the formula that makes a new digital product shop work. Look at the shop ages. Every single shop in this data is at least 3 years old. Most are 8 or 9. The MAM Design, 9 years. My Porsche Prints, 9 years. DPC Digitals, 8. Dash Planner, 8. Ali Mary Digital, 4. Firearm Custom Art, 4. The youngest one with serious volume is Skylar Olsen at 3 years and 16,000 sales. And the actual newest, Rosie Creative Studio, 1 year in, is the one buying ads and discounting everything to stay on the page. My Porsche Prints has 1,400 listings built over 9 years. That's roughly 150 new products a year, every year for 9 years. That's 3 a week without stopping. The pattern is time. That's the finding. I didn't want it to be the finding. It's not a great thumbnail, and it's what 9 out of 9 shops are telling me, and I'm not gonna pretend otherwise because a different answer would have made a better video. I cannot see profit. I can't see ad spend, refund rates, how many hours anyone works, or what they earned in year 1 versus year 8. And I should flag how these shops got picked. I used Etsy's own bestseller filter, which favors shops with a lot of recent reviews. That naturally pulls in cheaper, higher volume sellers, which might be exactly why the volume side of my sample looks so strong. A different filter would surface a different 9 shops. This is a sample, not a survey, and I'd rather tell you that than let you assume it's more than it is. So, what do you actually do with this? 1. You pick a lane before you make anything. Catalog business or focus product business. The middle is where the data says shop stole, and the middle is where most people start by accident. 2. You start writing ugly titles. Platform first, then format, then aesthetic. Put your shop name in there. Every listing. 3. You assume that the price you see is a discounted price. Work out what a shop is actually charging before you use it as a benchmark, because the sticker price is mostly theater. 4. You treat ads as a symptom to look into, not a lever to pull. In this sample, the heaviest advertisers had the weakest numbers and the lowest ratings. And 5, the one that never makes it into a thumbnail. Every shop that's working has been working for years. If somebody's selling you a 30-day version of this, they're selling you something that none of these 9 shops actually did. If you want to go further into this, I've got the full data from all 9 shops, and we go through the listing structures properly inside the community. Bring your shop and we'll sharpen it together. In the next video, I'm asking whether this pattern holds outside Etsy entirely, because if the winning move turns out to be owning your traffic instead of renting it from a marketplace, that changes the whole question. So I'll see you in the next video.